Hello and welcome to another SH Figuarts review. Today we're taking a look at Kamen the Lazer Chambara level 3 form. Banner has of course released his level 1 bike form as well as his level 2 sort of just his himself form or whatever level that's supposed to be, but I found that form a bit too skinny, a bit odd looking, and this form with the extra armor on top makes him look a lot more natural, so this is the only humanoid version of him that I want to pick up. This one is a Tamashii web exclusive, so that's gonna be annoying for some, but I have seen this for a decent price online, in different Hong Kong shops, so he's not like skyrocketed in price and he's not super expensive. If you like what you see in this video, there's still a chance for you to pick this guy up. So how does he compare to the other X8 figures or other SH Figuarts? Let's take a look. Inside the box, aside from the fist already attached to the figure, he also has a pair of relaxed hands, spray open hands, and of course his item / weapon holding hand. And inside we of course have his bow as well. We've already had this accessory previously with the Gem Zombie Gamer. If you see my video on that, you know that I had a peg issue where the piece kept popping out. I do not have that issue here. This one pegs in just fine. I also noticed that this peg's actually different. It looks like there's a bump there, like a little gap, like it's a teeth, whereas the old one was just a single piece going through. This probably helps with the clipping. They probably had other people with the same issue of the last release, so they changed it here. This piece, like the previous one, can be unplugged from both sides of this bow to give it a nice flat surface. The painting and molding on this is pretty excellent. I've only noticed like one bit where the yellow isn't quite aligned, but aside from that it's fine. This entire piece is molded in hard plastic, so do beware with these pointy bits, and this bit here on both ends is quite sharp. This thing also comes with its own black gâchette, and I consider this a spare since both gâchettes are already plugged into the rider's body, and yeah, this is just an extra one. That's pretty cool. Moving over to the figure itself, this thing is bulky, it's big, it feels tough and strong, as it should in this super armored form that's somewhat like a samurai. Starting with the head here, again he's got these spikes. These can feel quite sharp, so do be careful. These two pieces as well, and these are molded as hard plastic, not soft or rubbery, so there can be a risk of snapping, so do be careful with these bits. Moving down, the eyes are quite clear. The blue is very light blue and makes it very clear. And some people are still going to say, oh, they don't like the compound eye effects and will slot in their own paper eye in there, but I'm not going to do that. As always, I think the eye does it just fine. Looking at the back, it's got a very nice shiny black dome, looks pretty good. And of course on the back here you get a little bit of the bike motor on here, because it looks pretty silly. It doesn't look like an actual motor because everything's very flat, but that's how the suit is, I guess. Looking from the top, you get some more details on the shoulder pads. Now these two pieces there, they are stickers, so do be aware, and because they're stuck on the side, like a slanted side, so there is a risk of peeling it or pushing against it, so do be careful when handling that area. These two handlebars there, the bike handlebars, these are painted quite nicely. These shoulder pads do go up, but of course they do hit the handlebar, and at that point it just shouldn't push up anymore, because again, I do worry about snapping these bits. There's no articulation on here, there's no give whatsoever. They're slightly soft just because of how thin it is, so that's as far as these will go. These extra shoulder pads down here, these also move up just a little bit just to get out the way. Moving down to the torso, we've got the standard full health sticker sheet there, and then the torso itself printed quite nicely. Got some gold rings around the upper arms. Now this is very interesting. Now these two arm pads, look how loose they are. They wobble all over the place. If you just sort of pull them out this way, it's going to go into a little click, and this helps with moving the arm upward as it doesn't block the way of the articulation. And when it's in this mode, it's quite still. Moves just a little bit, but it's not going to shake all over the place. Whereas in its relaxed, regular pose, look how shaky that is. That's weird. And all it is underneath is just a peg and a swivel, but I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. Would it annoy people? Maybe. Silver and gold for the hand. Moving down to the belt, it's printed quite nicely underneath there. And of course, that's the two gâchettes in there with the suitable colors painted in. My belt here is slightly off-centered. You see it doesn't quite align correctly on this side where it does on there. And this belt is somewhat different molded as the gâchette critical strike slot is pushed to the back. Now you can put a gashot in there, it does work just like the regular pieces, but due to its position and where it is and all this other stuff around it, it does make it quite hard to plug a gashot in there. But so good luck with that. And as always, this belt is its own piece, and it's soft and rubbery, so you can swap it out for something maybe. Moving down, now this does look a little bit flat. These pieces here, they just kind of look off. Because the rest of the arm up here is shiny, but here it's matte. It's got two-tone colors. What's going on? Shiny, matte, shiny, matte. What's going on? It feels out of place. On the back here, the rest of his pants and clothing are all a matte finish. You see two fists there. That's part of the Chambara armor design. From the front, you don't really notice it, and it looks really cool. And in fact, I kind of forgot that this is there. I looked at it and I was like, oh, what's that doing there? It was kind of weird, but it does give in to the bulkiness. I'm not a fan of this. I wish these fists weren't there, though. More of a flat surface would have been nice for me. But otherwise, I really like the design of this suit. This is why I waited for him and didn't pick up his regular form, because I thought it was too skinny, looked a bit weird, kind of like a Ninja Turtle wearing a helmet. Looks odd, but here with the Chambara suit, he looks really great. Next to articulation, he does have the double neck and head ball joint, so he can move quite a lot, and full rotation here. Once again, the shoulder pads do get in the way, but they can move up a bit. Shoulders have the ball and socket there. Full rotation upper arm, and this arm can go. See how far this arm can go. I think that's about it. He really can't go up anymore. This hits, unless I risk snapping this, it's not going to go up anymore. I can go forward, go back, so you can go dislocate his shoulder if you want to. Bloody hell. So I think that's like overcompensating for the other angles. Just let them try to move some spaces. But there it is. So yeah, very articulated. And like I said, this hinders articulation, so you just sort of pull this out, and then he can move his double elbow joint. Hand is on a ball peg, on a swivel, and these arm pads sort of move this way. Double stomach joint, so two ball pegs, I assume. So full rotation here, and you can move back quite a lot and move forward quite a lot, sideways. And of course, you got the handlebar on the belt, and these two gashas, of course, can be unplugged and plugged in the back. These two pieces move out the way if you need to, but they don't move. They move a little bit upwards. Yeah, just a little bit. And this piece is on a hinge. So your legs can go this far out and go up this much back. So very, very limited. Rotating joint here. Double knee joint. And foot is on a peg and swivel. And foot. Toes can go up. Can't go down. Let's go look at the bottom shoes. So there you go. The overall articulation is pretty good. Posing him is very nice. Holding the weapons are pretty good as well. Despite his bulky nature, he can still do a lot of different poses. Rider kick is a little bit on the iffy side just because of his like skirt pieces just getting in the way, but overall he can still do a lot of different moves. While doing his photo shoot, the molding is pretty decent. I didn't notice, you know, glaring like molding injection spots all over him. Paint wise is pretty decent. Quality control is also pretty good. Again, the one thing I don't like is the different shades of gloss and matte on different parts of the armor. That's a little bit distracting, but otherwise he's painted quite nicely. If you like the Kamen Rider XA series and you just have to collect them all, this is a decent figure to pick up. If you just want to pick up the main wires, I recommend this one over his regular form. But I would say that this is not a necessary figure to pick up if you're just a casual Kamen Rider fan. You don't need all of the extra riders. I do think that the 3 riders that came in the beginning set, or if you bought them separately, is more than enough for any casual X8 fan, and he's a bit of a not that necessary, but for someone, you know, who's going to pick up extra riders like Gem, for example, then this one's a pretty good. So Bandai, where's Muteki form? That was teased a while ago. Ooh. You can see the back of him on the photo. Where is it? So if you found this video useful or enjoyable, please consider clicking the like button or subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Please leave a comment below how you feel about this figure, or do you prefer his regular form without the Chambara armor. As always, you can support this channel by sharing this video with other people, as well as just watching with ad block turned off, or heading over to Patreon. You can support it that way. As always, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.